So as you generate new leads on social media, one of the things you should be tracking is the quality of those leads. So who are they? Who's signing up to your email list? And basically work out how can you improve the quality of those leads as well. But again, you can't know how to improve the quality of those leads unless you actually know who are the people and what is the quality right now of your leads. So this video is basically to show you how can you track the quality of your leads. Now, there's really two ways you can do that. You can manually have a look at the new leads you're generating by going to your email database and just going to their websites and learning a bit more about them. That's one way. The other way you can do that will save you a bit more time is use automated tools to give you some data on the new leads that you generate. So one of the ways that you can do that, this is the thing that we use, is use Zapier, and they have a feature called the lead score. And it will allow you to work out who it is that has become a lead and give you a score for that person. You know, what is the quality of that lead as well. So I'm just going to show you how you can do that for yourself so that you can actually measure the quality of the leads that you're generating. So the first thing is you go to Zapier, click on Make a Zap, and then choose your email service provider. So that could be MailChimp or whoever it is that you're using. I'm going to use ConvertKit. So every time we generate a new lead, they go to ConvertKit. So that means we get a new subscriber. So I'm going to click on that. And again, you can do that for MailChimp or whatever it is that you use. Every time you get a new subscriber, that will mean you've generated a new lead. So click on New Subscriber, click on Continue, and then you can connect it to your email account if you haven't already. I've already done that, so I can move on to the next step. Now it's just going to do a little test just to make sure Zapier can talk to your email software. And you can see that it can, so that all works, so that's great. Then the next step, this is where you choose the lead score, okay? So what this does is Zapier will automatically find the person and the company data and qualify leads based on their email address. So we'll look at their email address and work out who they are, what they do, and provide you with as much information as they can. So depending on their email address and how much information is available will depend on how much information you can get from that lead. But if they use a company or a work email address, you can usually get quite a bit of information. And because you are going to be targeting other businesses, chances are they'll be using their work email, and you can also work out what their website is and who they are, what industry they're in, how big their company is, all of that kind of stuff. Zapier connects to other places like LinkedIn to help you do that. So click Continue. Okay, and this field, we want to enter the email address of the person that we want Zapier to check. So what we want to do is, again, click on this button here, and we want to talk to the email software provider. So whatever you're using, MailChimp or ConvertKit or anything else, if you click here, it will give you the option to choose the email. So just click on the email, and that's it. Then click Continue, and then Continue again. It's just going to do another test to make sure that everything works. Perfect, so now that's set up. So now every time you get a new subscriber, Zapier will automatically find the person and the company information associated with that lead. The final step now is, now that you have the information, is you need to get sent that information somehow. So what we can now do is add a next step, and you can choose how you want to be sent this information. So you can send it over through email, you can send it over through Slack, you can send it over through Trello, Basecamp. There's so many ways you can get the information. In this case, I'm going to use Slack because we use Slack. And what I want to do is every time we get a new lead, I want Zapier to tell me the quality of that lead in Slack. So I'm just going to set it up so it sends me a direct, actually no, I'll set it up so it sends me a message through one of our channels. So you can create a channel on Slack called maybe lead generation or new leads, and you can put all the messages straight into there. So all your new leads will go straight into that channel. So let's continue. So it's already connected to Slack, but if this was your first time, it will just ask you to connect and log into your Slack account just to verify it all works. And then this is where we choose the channel in Slack that we want it to appear on. So I'm going to do new leads. So it will go in this channel in Slack. And then the message text, that's really important because that's what information from the lead you want to appear in the message on Slack. So again, everything you need to do, you just click here to insert a field. And what we want to do is we want to click on the lead score information. So where it says find person and company information. And here are all the different things that Zapier can actually find for you. So things like their location, their domain. You can find things like their industry, the country, obviously the person's email, the number of employees they have, and obviously their name as well. So you can get all of that information, and you just choose whatever it is you want. So if you want, for example, let's go back here. I want their email, and I want to put in maybe their name as well. However I want to do this, I can format it in any way. So I could maybe put email and then put that there, and then I can put name, put that there, and then I can have maybe industry, and then let me just type that right, industry, and then I can put the industry in here, right? So you can fill this in any way that you want. It's completely up to you. You get to choose what information appears in the message. And then you click on continue. It will just check the data, make sure that you're happy with it. So it's pulled in one of our leads as an example. So we can see who they are. We can see their industry, which is professional services. So that's great. And then what we can do is click on continue, and it will create the Zap for you. I'm not going to click on continue because we've already created this in the past. I'm just setting this up as an example. But that's pretty much what you need to do to set up an automatic task on Zapier to check the quality of your leads. And remember, it doesn't have to be Slack. It could be your email. It could be any way that you want them to send you the quality and the information of the lead. So this is a great way to save time. But in the meantime, if you don't want to automate this step just yet, if you're not yet generating lots of leads where there's no need really to automate it, you can always check manually the leads that you've been generating and see the quality of those by just looking at their email address, looking at their website and their domain, and just clicking on it manually and just looking a bit more into who they are. But either way, make sure you do check the quality of your leads. Very important. It's a great way to see how your marketing is performing.